sample that Alfred is working on right now. A extremely complicated pair of women's dress pants, and I can't explain why because that's confidential. But all I can tell you is there's a ton of sewing because there's a lot of compartments in it. And so we're trying to figure out.
I have to talk with Lana because this piece is more longer to the light, so I have to talk with.
So this is like good an example of something. So when we talk about sample making, we're not just doing it in production. It's basically like putting together a puzzle for the first time. You're reading the directions, you're looking at your pattern pieces. So our pattern maker made these, and Alfredo noticed that there was something that seemed a little bit off. And so now what he's gonna do is gonna go over and just talk to our pattern maker and figure out, all right, look, I looked at this seems a little bit weird, and have a conversation about it. This is one of the reasons why it's so important for everybody to be in the same place, because often, especially in Los Angeles, there's pattern makers in one part of the city and sample makers over here, and that would require driving somewhere else and a lot of miscommunication. So Alfredo's just gonna go talk to Lana. We're gonna try to sort this out. You can see, you can't see this part, but there's a lot of pieces here. I mean, this is a very, very complicated job. And what are you working on? Swimsuit? Ah, okay.
Preparar los detalles. Okay, los detalles.
So she's planning out looking at all the details and making sure that que los patrones y las cortas son iguales, right?
Reviso que todo esté bien hecho y ya voy preparando los detalles para después solo empezar a ensamblar las piezas.
I mean, it's really crazy. So basically what she's saying is that she's planning the whole thing out. This is an interesting piece because it has all this like overlap, and the inside is different colors. There's multiple fabrics that are laid over top of each other, sewn together on other fabrics, so it's like, it builds. And when you're creating something like that, you can't just go, you can't just do it. You really have to take time to think about, okay, well, how's this gonna work? Making sure that everything is good, but also mapping out your process. I mean, it's engineering, really. I mean, I can't think of it any other way. She's really engineering how this is gonna be built and then constructing it herself, which is really, I mean, an awesome thing if you think about it.
Ya solamente las terminaciones, bindings y plancha. Nada más esto.
Cool. So she puts together that part, kind of focusing on these key areas. She'll put on the binding. Make sure that everything looks good. Put it on the iron, and then we're good to go. And then we'll hang it up. We'll do specs, make sure that it specs out, the measurements are right, and then we'll have a fitting. There's multiple samples going on at any given time, so it's really interesting. Oh, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh my God, good to meet you. Okay, so
What's your question?
I'm just wondering, what are you working on right now?
I'm working this style.
Okay. Scrub. Okay, scrubs.
Scrub pants.
Men's scrubs pants.
It's a really good pants for men.
Yeah, what makes it so great?
It's a lot of pockets. Black color.
Oh, okay.
Pockets.
You got well pockets.
More pockets and side pockets. And it's a good fabric
Yeah.
for work with it.
Interesting. Why do you think it has this here?
It's good for give resistance to the knee.
What's that?
Resistance.
Oh, resistance. Okay.
On the knee.
Got it. And I mean, look at this. Like, you know, I won't show this, but just so you can get a sense of how detailed these pattern cards are. I mean, this is, you're able to see exactly what he needs to do here. And this is
the fabric.
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah, we can the fabric we have here too.
Okay, good. This is another thing we can show you. So the cut ticket, you can see the fabric, our vendor, client name, the style number. I mean, there's a lot of detail that goes into all of this so that it's clear exactly what needs to happen. Here's like one tip that nobody thinks about. The direction that this fabric is on this piece of paper is the direction that they're gonna be cutting and sewing it. So somebody flips it and it's the wrong way, you have a sample that's made inside out.
You're
Right?
Yes.
And these are little things you know you have to catch. Okay, cool. And what part of the process are you in right now?
Now we are showing the side pockets. It's a patch packet. This one. We are showing.
Yeah, you
because
see
they want
these right here?
specific
These are the side pockets. He's sewing these, so he's gonna do them separately, and then he's gonna attach them later to the
Correct.
pants.
Now we are doing the hem.
Yep.
After that, I have to sign on the size packet and close and finish.
How do you know what to do first? I mean, what's your process?
I have to start with a difficult part like back packets. Have to be perfect, good size, half inch and 5 inch, and have
Yeah.
exactly the ones. And front packets after that, and joining depends on the packet you need it. This, I don't know, you see the little marks?
Mm-hmm.
With the packet goes right here.
So you've made the marks there.
Yes, in
Got
the
it.
pattern come in everything specificate, like this is stitches.
Yeah,
They
can you
want-
show the camera
These stitches.
exactly what?
This is for the waistband. Exactly, we have so by right here. Those stitches goes in the inside part of the waistband because they need this garment for time. We keep it one. This is the packet.
Right. So it's just to match that. And where's the pattern piece that shows you where to mark?
The mark.
Yeah.
This is the front side. Okay, this is the packet. This is not the packet. This is the one side. This is the back side. This is the goes in the packet, and here.
So this is marking
Yes.
where the pocket's going to be, the location,
side.
and then he actually uses like a little pencil thing.
Magic pencil.
Yeah. And he'll mark it on the cut piece. Yep, he uses
With
that.
this punch doesn't mean it make a line for make packets. Yeah.
Love it. So it's exciting. Like this is happening, right? So like all of our brand stuff is being made right here, all together in one place, and you know we're engineering it. So it's all about taking the concept, the idea, the thing you've been thinking about it, and getting them to the people that actually have the ability to make that a reality, like, to put that into being. And so it's very interesting to see the way that it gets created, you know? And so very often they're working with like the really complicated pieces first, and it comes together in a way where at first you think it looks ridiculous, and slowly it starts to build, and you realize, wow, okay, like it's coming together, final touches, and very soon this is going to be like a really, really great. Is this a first sample or
No, it's the second sample.
second
This
sample?
Is the first
So we did the first sample, so now we're doing a second sample.
we made
Means
some adjustment for that.
we made
fitting.
adjustments from the fitting, and so this is a second. This is kind of a good representation of like the evolution, because we'll do the fitting, then we have to make all the modifications. So the pattern maker will change things on the pattern, right?
Correct.
Print out a new pattern, then it goes back over to cutting. Cut pieces come back into Luis, and then he's sewing it up again, right? So I think it's really exciting to see how this is all done. And yeah, thanks for sharing. Anything else?
You're welcome.
Oh, so great to meet you. So great to meet you. So great.